A mystery. It's a nearly billion-dollar land purchase on the edge of the Bay Area, and no one knows who exactly the buyer is. The mystery is growing by the day and by the acre, and now it's getting the attention of the U.S. military and the FBI. We're talking about Solano County, where the single largest landowner is now an LLC based in Delaware. The group, called Flannery Associates, has spent about 4 years buying some 52,000 acres southeast of Fairfield. So that includes properties surrounding Travis Air Force Base, something the military and Congress are now investigating.
We cannot thus far follow the money. We don't know what their intentions are, but we have very serious concerns in that they are in a position to seriously disrupt the military operations at the most important air base, giving us transportation into the Pacific Theater.
That's Congressman John Garamendi, who is trying to figure out who Flannery is and what they plan to do with the land. But the concerns don't stop with military security at Travis. As Wilson Walker shows us, the mystery also hangs over a small city and just about everyone living around it.
We have had this property since 2000. We've been here 23 years.
Cassandra Dana is talking about the 20 acres of land she and her husband purchased to raise their 4 children and a long line of farm dogs.
Hey, you.
But her quiet corner of Solano County is changing, at least on paper.
I know they bought a lot of property that has windmills already on it.
Out here, just about everyone's new neighbor is Flannery Associates LLC, the company that has purchased more than 50,000 acres of land, some of which has been held by the same families for generations.
Some of them have sold, some of them have been forced to sell because of family things, and it's sad all around because nobody knows what's going on with this property.
As this becomes more and more known throughout the community, the residents here are getting concerned about what's happening too.
Stuck between this land grab and the Sacramento River, the city of Rio Vista.
They recently purchased this whole tract up through here.
Flannery's buying spree includes properties right up to the edge of the city. Mayor Ronald Cott says Rio Vista is on its way to being completely boxed in.
So this is the map that was in the Wall Street Journal article, and it shows all the parcels that Flannery has purchased, including the areas right along Travis Air Force Base. And here's all these parcels around the city. And it's very disconcerting to us because our future is going to be very dependent upon what they decide to do with all these purchases. And it's going to be a long-term deal. That's what it looks like to me anyway.
Yeah, there's probably like 4 that I know for sure that have not sold on this road. The rest, most of the rest I've heard have sold.
First of all, they're paying way above market, and it makes it hard for these guys to ignore the money.
There is people that have gotten between 10 to 15 years to stay in their houses. Some of them have actually gotten lifetime.
So that's what makes me think that whatever they're planning on doing, this is going to be a long-term 20, 30, 40-year kind of a deal.
Now, we spoke with a number of property owners who did sell to Flannery but did not want to appear on television. They all told us a pretty simple story. They were offered a good price with favorable terms by folks who, by all appearances, were good people. Hard to fault them for that. And I've yet to hear any hard feelings suggested between neighbors who have made different decisions. But yes, there is a certain level of discomfort here, driven largely by all the mystery.
And because Flannery is reluctant to say what they're doing, everybody suspects the worst.
So what might the company be doing? Well, the mayor agrees with one popular guess.
40 years ago, if people bought land in orchards and stuff in San Jose and Santa Clara, that'd be worth a bloody fortune today.
You know, I've heard people say that they want to do development and they want to build houses, but back here between us, between my property and Highway 12, it's all marshland.
And as for the land the other direction,
it's hard pan dirt. There's nothing to be able to grow out here but weeds.
Dana says she has no idea what Flannery plans to do, but she has heard from them.
I have had several calls from Flannery, but I've turned them down. As soon as they say they're Flannery, I kind of just go, nope, I'm not interested, and I hang up. I'm not going to sell. This is my property. You know, it was mine and my husband's. And since my husband's passed away, it's mine. And I don't plan on moving because there's no place better to be at than be out here.
So Wilson Walker joining us in studio now, and boy, that was a very emotional interview there, and it just shows the generations and generations of people who have lived there, but a lot didn't want to talk to you, right, for obvious reasons.
And part of that is lawsuits. There are lawsuits, counter lawsuits, and one of them filed by Flannery against a number of landowners out there. The allegation in that lawsuit is that there's effectively a collusion amongst landowners who have not sold their property. The allegation that they are sort of choosing not to sell to inflate the price, a kind of antitrust argument there. So a lot of people can't talk for that reason. Congressman Garamendi, who you heard from earlier, he has suggested that those lawsuits are an effort to scare landowners into selling, right? Who out there has enough money to go up against some high-powered attorneys for people who have $1 billion to buy all the land? Yeah. And the mayor has made that allegation in our conversation as well, that there's some intimidation going on.
Wilson Walker, Wilson, thank you for that.